In order to counter Kamehameha's attempts to unite the Hawaiian Islands under his control, Keoua, a composite character based on historical figures Keoua Kūʻahuʻula and Kīwalaʻō, and King Kahekili formed a strategic alliance in Episode 6. This alliance is motivated by different but complementary goals: Keoua's vendetta, Keoua's personal resentment of Kamehameha, which stems from past conflicts over territory and leadership, drives his behavior. In an intentional move to erode Kamehameha's base of support and convey his disapproval of Kupuohi-led peace negotiations, he was seen in Episode 6 burning Kohala's food storage houses. Since Keoua lacks the resources to take on Kamehameha alone, his partnership with Kahekili is a calculated maneuver to increase his military might. Anticipated events in Episode 7. The coalition is probably going to act decisively on Day of Spilled Brains, paving the way for conflict, organizing the offensive. A pivotal scene might show Keoua and Kahekili discussing their offensive plan against Kamehameha's army in a war council. In order to demoralize Kamehameha's supporters, Temuera Morrison's portrayal of Kahekili is likely to highlight his icy pragmatism and perhaps suggest a vicious strike. Keoua's own interests can cause him to devise a risky scheme that violates Kamehameha's law, like attacking a civilian hamlet or a place of worship. Taking advantage of divisions, the coalition can try to influence Kaiana or other chiefs by taking advantage of Kaiana's skepticism regarding Kamehameha's peaceful stance. A tense conversation between Kaiana and Keoua is implied in a preview for Episode 6, which also hints that Keoua may give Kaiana a position in their alliance by luring him in with promises of autonomy or power. International influence. Building on Kaiana's previous firearms sale in Zamboanga, Episode 3, the alliance may go to international traders for assistance, such as weapons. In keeping with the series' critique of colonization, this creates a threat of external invasion as other powers take advantage of the island's division. The reappearance of Jason Momoa as Kaiana will be crucial, as his character faces a crucial moment. As he questioned Kamehameha's pacifist stance in Episode 6, Kaiana's loyalties faltered. In Episode 7, he might be caught between acting aggressively against Keoua and Kahekili and obeying Kamehameha's directives. In contrast to Kamehameha's vision, Kaiana's teaser statement, "Peace is a dream we can't afford," implies that he would advocate for war. Kaiana's prior purchase of weapons in Zamboanga may be important since it offers a technological edge that challenges conventional warfare. This decision, meanwhile, can cause friction with other chiefs, such as Moku, who are wary of outside interference. Momoa's portrayal strikes a balance between defiance and desperation in a dialogue-heavy moment in a war council when Kaiana defends his conduct. His actions will probably be motivated by his personal stakes, which include defending his family and making amends for previous betrayals. A potential flashback to his time overseas may also reaffirm his anxiety about the effects of colonization. As Keoua and Kahekili's partnership intensifies the conflict, Kamehameha's adherence to the law of the splintered paddle will be put to the test. His inability to keep his chiefs united may be shown in Episode 7, where tensions are caused by Moku's skepticism and Kaiana's disapproval. Kainamekua's powerful speech could be a pivotal moment when Kamehameha addresses his troops and reiterates his desire for a united Hawaii. Given that she appears to be balancing her allegiance to Kamehameha with her comprehension of Kaiana's viewpoint in Episode 6, Kahumanua's position will be pivotal. Her hidden incapacity to conceive could come to light, which could lead to a falling out with Moku or Kamehameha. Kahumanu and Kamehameha might discuss this tension in a private moment, with Lucienne Buchanan's subtle performance bringing forth her internal struggle. A serious threat is created by Keoua's choice to join an alliance with Kahekili. With Keoua's personal revenge against Kamehameha contrasted with Kahekili's brutal methods, exemplified in Episode 3 when he poisoned a chief's wife, Episode 7 might show their scheming. Temuera Morrison could be shown in a scene in Kahekili's court, threatening to strike and causing havoc. Their coalition may take advantage of Kamehameha's forces' differences, maybe focusing on Kupuohi's unsuccessful peace initiatives or Kaiana's waning allegiance. In Episode 7, Kamehameha's law may be challenged by further sabotage or an attack on people, which would intensify Keoua's tactic of destroying Kohala's food supplies in an attempt to erode Kamehameha's base of support. A serious threat is created by Keoua's choice to join an alliance with Kahekili. With Keōua's personal revenge against Kamehameha contrasted with Kahekili's brutal methods, exemplified in Episode 3 when he poisoned a chief's wife, Episode 7 might show their scheming. Temuera Morrison could be shown in a scene in Kahekili's court, threatening to strike and causing havoc. Their coalition may take advantage of Kamehameha's forces' differences, maybe focusing on Kupuohi's unsuccessful peace initiatives or Kaiana's waning allegiance. In Episode 7, Kamehameha's law may be challenged by further sabotage or an attack on people, which would intensify Keōua's tactic of destroying Kohala's food supplies in an attempt to erode Kamehameha's base of support. The core of Chief of War is still Momoa's portrayal of Kaiana, and Episode 7 will highlight his character at a turning point. In order to assure cultural authenticity, Momoa, a native Hawaiian, co-created and co-wrote the series, bringing personal passion to the part. Important facets of his comeback include, performance. Momoa has been praised by critics for his ferocious best, Rotten Tomatoes, 92% approval, and Episode 7 is probably going to have both emotional, confronting Kamehameha or Keoua, and high-stakes action, leading warriors in combat, scenes. The teaser teases a scene in which a bleeding and defiant Kaiana confronts Keoua and says something along the lines of, "You've chosen death over honor." Although some critics point out that Momoa's larger-than-life presence occasionally overshadows finer moments, his physicality and linguistic effort, learning Lelo Hawaiia, will be evident. Kaiana's internal struggle. Once devoted to Kamehameha but always conflicted by ambition, Kaiana will have to deal with an even more difficult situation. Does he really embrace Kamehameha's goal of unification, or does he give in to his macho urges for violence and glory? You can anticipate that his choices in this episode will have a significant impact on conflicts in the future. His fluctuating allegiance will make viewers uneasy. War preparation. Day of Spilled Brains, the title of the episode, alludes to gory fighting and carnage. There will probably be a fierce fight scene in Episode 7, which could be the first significant conflict between Kamehameha's army and Keōua's recently strengthened army. The conflict will be about more than simply physical combat, it will also be about strategy, ideology, and the Hawaiian Islands' future.